Hi students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss some topics from aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Let us start. Okay, reduction. Reduction to alcohols. Aldehydes and ketones are reduced to primary and secondary alcohols respectively by sodium borohydride or lithium aluminum hydrate as well as by catalytic hydrogenation that we have already studied. Okay, the next step, that is reduction to hydrocarbon. The carbonyl group of aldehydes and ketones is reduced to CH2 group on treatment with zinc, amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid. That is known as Clemmensen reduction. Okay. The carbonyl group of aldehyde or ketone is reduced to CH2 group on treatment with zinc, amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid. That is known as Clemmensen reduction. Okay. The next Wolff-Kishner reduction. The carbonyl group of aldehydes and ketones are reduced to CH2 group on treatment with hydrazine followed by heating with sodium or potassium hydroxide in high boiling solvents such as ethylene glycol. That reaction is known as Wolff-Kishner reduction. The carbonyl group of aldehydes and ketones react with hydrazine followed by heating with sodium or potassium hydroxide in high boiling solvents such as ethylene glycol. Then we will get CH2 group. That means the carbonyl group is reduced to CH2 group. That is known as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Okay, study clearly. The next oxidation. That is very important topic, oxidation. Aldehydes differ from ketones in their oxidation reaction. Aldehyde are easily oxidized to carboxylic acid on treatment with the common oxidizing agents, even mild oxidizing agents. Common oxidizing agent means nitric acid, potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, etc. Even mild oxidizing agents means Tollens reagent and Fillings reagent, etc. So, aldehydes differ from ketone in their oxidation reaction because aldehydes are easily oxidized to corresponding acids, corresponding carboxylic acid on treatment with the common oxidizing agents such as nitric acid, potassium permanganate, potassium hydroxide, etc. It also oxidizes to corresponding carboxylic acid, even mild oxidizing agents such as Tollens reagent and Fillings reagent. Okay. So, the oxidation of aldehyde is very easy because it can oxidize by common oxidizing agents or even mild oxidizing agents. But in the case of ketones, ketones are generally oxidized under vigorous conditions. Here we use only strong oxidizing agents and by elevated temperature. Then only these ketones undergoes oxidation. Then we will get a mixture of carboxylic acid having lesser number of carbon atoms than the parent ketone. Okay? Ketone undergoes oxidation under vigorous conditions like stronger oxidizing agent and at elevated temperature. First, the bond cleavage between 1 and 2, carbon 1 and carbon 2, here the bond cleavage will take place and we will get RCOOH. This CH2 is converted into COH. It undergoes oxidation, we will get RCOH plus R dot CS2 COH. These are the two products, RCOH plus R dot CS2 COH. Then again this second and third carbon cleavage, C2C3 bond cleavage. R dash COOH plus RCH2COH. Okay, RCH2COH. So in the case of ketones, it oxidizes under vigorous conditions like strong oxidizing agent and at elevated temperatures. Then we will get a mixture of carboxylic acid having lesser number of carbon atoms than the parent ketone. Okay. The next, the mild oxidizing agents given below are used to distinguish between aldehydes from ketones. First, tolerance test. Tolerance test is used to distinguish aldehydes and ketones. Okay, on warming aldehyde with freshly prepared ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. Okay, then in the presence of an alkali, then we will get silver mirror. That silver mirror is produced due to the formation of silver metal. The aldehydes are oxidized to corresponding carboxylate anion. Okay, this reaction taking place in the presence of an alkaline medium. On warming aldehyde with freshly prepared ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, that is known as tolerance reagent. Ammoniacal silver nitrate solution is known as tolerance reagent. Then we will get a bright silver mirror, that is due to the formation of silver metal. The aldehydes are oxidized to corresponding carboxylate anion. This reaction taking place only in the presence of alkaline medium. Second test is Felling's test. Felling's reagent comprises of two solutions, that is Felling's solution A and Felling's solution B. Felling's solution A, that is aqueous copper sulfate solution, and Felling's solution B means alkaline sodium potassium tartrate, that is known as Rochelle salt. Okay, first we mix these two solutions in equal amounts before the test. First we mix solution A and solution B in equal amounts before the test. On heating an aldehyde with this Felling's solution, a reddish brown precipitate is formed. Okay, reddish brown precipitate is formed. Okay, then we can distinguish aldehydes and ketone by using this test. Aldehydes are oxidized to corresponding carboxylate anion. Aromatic aldehyde do not respond this test. Aromatic aldehyde do not respond this test. We will get only aliphatic aldehydes. RCHO plus 2Cu2 plus 5OH minus, we will get RCO minus plus Cu2O plus 3H2O. Okay, this is the Felling's test. Felling's solution comprises of two solutions, Felling's solution A and Felling's solution B. Felling's solution A means that is aqueous copper sulfate solution, and Felling's solution B means that is alkaline sodium potassium tartrate, that is known as Rochelle salt. First we mix these two solutions in equal amounts before test. On heating an aldehyde with the Felling's reagent, we will get a reddish brown precipitate. This reaction do not respond by the aromatic aldehyde. Okay, study the equation also. Next, oxidation of methyl ketone by haloform reaction, methyl ketone. And aldehydes and ketones having at least one methyl group, at least one methyl group is linked to the carbonyl carbon atom, that is known as methyl ketone. This is known as methyl ketone. Are oxidized to sodium salt of carboxylic acid having one carbon atom less than that of the carbonyl compound by using sodium hypohalite. Okay, aldehydes and ketones having at least one methyl group linked to the carbon atom. They are oxidized by sodium hypohalite to sodium salt of corresponding carboxylic acid. This sodium salt of carboxylic acid, it has one carbon atom less than that of the carbonyl group. Here two carbon atoms are present, but here only one carbon atoms are there. Okay, then in addition to this we will get the halo form. Okay, CH(X3). X means Cl, Br or I. Ethyl group is converted to halo form. This oxidation does not affect a carbon-carbon double bond if present in the molecule. It does not affect a carbon-carbon double bond if present in the molecule. This is known as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is second position. This is third position. Okay, 3-methyl pent 3N2-on. React with sodium hypochlorite. Then this CH3 group is converted to CHCl3 and then we will get their ONA. Okay. This oxidation does not affect the C double bond C. Okay. Then next, iodoform reaction with the sodium hypoiodite is also used for detection of CH3CO group. This test is used for the detection of CH3CO group. If CH3CO group is present there, it is converted to halo form and the corresponding sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Instead of this NaOCl, we can use NaOI also. That is also used for the detection of CH3CO group or CH3CHOH group, which produces CH3CO group on oxidation. Okay. Okay students, study up to here. The remaining topic we will take in the next class. Bye.